Hi guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Thank you for coming back to my channel. If you are a returning subscriber and if you're new, hi, welcome. My name is Mandy and I'm very excited and very delighted that you clicked on today's video. So in today's video, I'm going to actually do a 3-part series, but I'll explain more about that later on. So in today's video, I wanted to discuss what it's like being a Christian, and I'm sorry for looking down a lot. I've got my notes right in front of me, so that I don't stumble and accidentally have this video be longer than it should, like my first video, which is a bit too long. But anyway, so in today's video, as you can tell by the title, it's going to be about what it's like to be a Christian, right? What being a Christian is like. And in today's episode, which is episode 1, I am going to share my testimony. Jazz hands. Anyway, okay, so my testimony. I got saved in 2020 during lockdown. I grew up a Christian, but it was just like a like a basic type thing. Oh, go to church. Yeah, that's it. Go to Sunday school and all that stuff. It wasn't like child. I just grew up a Christian, and I later on in 2020, in my first year of university, but I was still 19 at the time. I got saved, and this was when lockdown started and we had to go home. So when I was at home, I watched a specific video. I'm not going to get into much detail with that, but I watched the video and I got saved at home, and I felt it in my heart that now I accepted Jesus Christ, because that's what's important. The good was that I started to actually, let me not lie, let me think about it. Okay, so what had happened was that's anyway, so what happened was, like, nothing changed much, but I started to I will say I did kind of have a desire to read my Bible, I guess. I'm not so sure what happened during that time. What I do remember though is being back at my mom's place, and all of a sudden I took an interest in reading my Bible. I decided to fast for the first time on my own, and actually be serious about it, which didn't turn out well because I did kind of break it. But anyway, I just had a desire to just be a Christian, basically. Like it just came, and things just started happening on their own. My first setback was during that time when I fasted. I broke my fast because I did something that I will not share because it's kind of personal and very but that happened, and then during that time we were allowed to come back to my residence. Residence, I'm not sure. For some odd reason, I started to live a wild life. I was going out almost every day. I was drinking almost every day. As someone who doesn't like alcohol, I was drinking a lot of alcohol, which was kind of weird. I was going out, and not gonna lie, you ask, if you know me, you ask my sisters, my cousins, my friends, whatever, they were like, how on earth are you going out but you're broke? Because I'm a broke girl. But anyway, so I started living a wild life. I got a boyfriend, I was dating, I was just fornicating, and I was doing all of these stuff that you wouldn't, as a born again believer, that's not the. Fast forward the following year, I started to show signs of just living for God, basically. That's when the desire started to really grow. So when I came back to I was still with my boyfriend at the time, but then I felt like I wanted to change. I just didn't want to be with him anymore. It's not because of him, it's just because I knew myself, I knew my weaknesses at that time, and I knew that I didn't have self-control. And one of the fruits of the Spirit is self-control. And I just felt like I'm very weak in this department, I guess. And I don't want to test myself. I don't want to put myself in a position where I won't be able to come out of temptation, because I struggle a lot in that area. So then my boyfriend and I, we broke up. I really had this love for God. I started going to church a lot. I started reading my Bible very often. Every day I was reading my Bible. Like, I just had this, like, you know, when you enter into a new relationship, you have like this butterfly phase. Yeah, I was in the butterfly phase with God. You know, I was really so excited, just always constantly talking about God, you know, always on my mind, you know, always spending time with God, always having our conversations. And what I will include right now is, please take advantage of that butterfly phase. take, like, just grab it by the whatever you can grab it by, and just never let go. Because my mistake was not letting go, but like my mistake was not capitalizing on that butterfly phase, which kind of made my Christian journey go like this, and now it's like that, but it's like that, but like that. After I decided to just live my life just in that butterfly phase, and there's a reason why I call it a butterfly phase, because it ended very quickly. That's when you don't capitalize on it. I was just solely relying on my feelings during the time. I wasn't putting in any effort. I wasn't being intentional. And when those feelings faded, that's when I needed to put in the work. So when those feelings faded, the butterfly phase ended, I got to a point where I wasn't spending time with God anymore. I got myself into another situation with a guy. I stopped going to church. I stopped reading my Bible. I stopped talking to God. And one thing about me is that when I know I'm doing something I'm not supposed to be doing, I literally, I tell myself, how dare you do that and then come back and pray. No, have some shame, you know? So I'm that type of person. I can't pray when I know that I'm living in sin, when I know that I'm living in a way that is displeasing to our Lord Jesus. And I just stopped praying until one faithful day. I was like, Lord, I miss you. Like, I don't know what to do, because honestly, this life that we're living, we can't do it in our own strength. We just can't. It's the Lord that gives us the strength. He gives us the will to be able to do things. So I started praying, and then I realized that things were starting to happen in this situation that I got myself into. And the more I saw that things were kind of meh, I was like, Lord, I don't know what you're doing, but continue. So that's what was happening. I can't get into much detail there because I don't want to talk about it, kind of. But yeah, as time went by, I started coming back to the Lord. That's when I started going back to church again. I was reading my Bible again. Though our relationship, I mean mine and God's, it wasn't the same again. And that's one of my biggest regrets, which is not capitalizing on that butterfly phase, not putting in the work when my emotions were in line with what I wanted to do. That the butterfly phase ending, coupled with me being just so lazy, it kind of made me struggle in my faith journey. And I'm actually going to talk about my struggles in the next video, because this video is actually kind of getting longer now. I'm recording front camera, by the way, because back camera I look uglier. And no, so in terms of getting out, that's how I did it. I actually had to pray about it. I couldn't do anything in my own strength, in my own power. I had to pray to God, because that was the only thing that could get me out, was prayer. Consequences, like I said, my relationship with God was affected, and this actually happened last year in 2021, and it's 2022, it's October now, and my relationship with God is still affected because of that. And not capitalizing on that butterfly phase. That's why I feel like it's very important that you put in the work when you feel like it, so that it's become a habit, so that when the feelings fade, you still put in the works, because the works is still important, and you have to be intentional. And I'm going to talk about that when I talk about what I've learned, which is in part 3. Yeah, so that's it for today's video. The following video will be about the struggles that I faced and that I'm continuing to face, and in the third video I'm going to share what I've learned. These videos are going to be pretty short, because that's the whole point, because I don't want it to be too long. So why I decided to make a 3-part series, it's because, like I said earlier on, I didn't want my videos to be too long, because my first video that I uploaded, it was too long. I was going back and forth. I tend to not know how to be concise and be straight to the point, so I decided to just split this and talk about a specific topic at a time. I also made notes. I made notes, proper notes. Yeah, also another reason why is because I'm trying to retain my audience's attention. Again, I'm not saying that people don't want to listen to 20-minute videos or whatever. Yeah, sure, I understand that you do, some of you do, as do I, but it's just that I'm still building my audience. This will be my second video that I will be uploading on YouTube, and I don't want the video to be too long because I'm still trying to build an audience and I don't want to bore you. So yeah, and also reason number 3 is because I don't have space. I'm recording on my phone and I don't have space. I literally have like 3 gigs before my battery, I mean my space, like kind of, also my battery is about to die, and I ain't gonna shoot this video another time because the sun already went down. Ugh, I just can't with myself sometimes. I'd like to apologize for the sound because I got a comment from my friend in my previous video that my sound was kind of off. For me, I didn't know because as I was listening and editing, everything was fine. But I hope in today's video the sound was grand. If not, I'm going to try and fix it, and I'm going to try and buy a mic when I can. If you guys have any feedback, please leave it down in the comment section below and just tell me things that you liked, disliked about the video, what you agree on, your struggles, what your testimony is, because testimonies, I believe it gets people saved. I don't know. Anyway, so thank you guys for tuning in. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and share this video if you want my channel to grow. That sounds very like manipulative. If you want my channel to grow. Anyway, child, I'll find a way to say it better. I'll watch some other YouTube videos. But anyway, yeah, that's it from me today. Thank you. Anyway, peace.